Hey everybody, so we're gonna hang out a second. I'm sure that we don't have everybody in yet. Yeah, so we just have our chat going up. So we're gonna hang out here for a few seconds. I hope you guys like my new jersey. I got this with the last promotion. It's I'm rocking the sweater underneath. I realize it's not the coolest combination. I gotta check my style over here, guys. But this is my new Terrell Davis jersey. Pretty excited about it. I was a huge Terrell Davis fan growing up. We had I guess we had this little book that was like made for kids, and it was like, I don't know, like 15 pages, and it highlighted the NFL superstars for the year. And one of my favorites that came out of there, it had like Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, Terrell Davis, number of guys, right? And it was just highlighting. Oh, here we go. I got to bring my mic over. It was highlighting a lot of the superstars of the year, right? And so for whatever reason, it just stuck out to me. Terrell Davis, another TD for TD, which I thought was super cool. I don't know. So I got this jersey when we won the last Caesars promo. It's very similar to the one that I've been talking about the last few days, where it was bet $100 on NFL over the course of a couple weeks, and then after a little while, once you at the end of the promotion, they sent you a gift card for $150, and that's when you got to buy something like this. I got this actually. I got both this and an Eagles hat. One of my good buddies is a very big Eagles fan, and I grew up an Eagles fan. My first jersey ever was a Donovan McNabb jersey. So we I don't know. I'm just kind of excited about it. Got to rep it today. You guys see my Tyreek Hill jersey in the back. I'm a Chiefs fan. I'll say that I'm less of a Chiefs fan and more of an Andy Reid fan. I've been an Andy Reid fan since his Eagles days. LaShawn McCoy was one of my favorites. So it's just, I don't know. I like Andy Reid. That's why I got the Tyreek Hill. The Tyreek Hill jersey is actually signed. It's a pretty cool spot. I have one of my chats blown up. Anyway, so yeah, we're here, we're hanging out. I was just gonna wait a second, maybe talk for like another minute till 6:05. I'm just gonna share you little tidbits about my life. But right around 6:05, I'm gonna go ahead and launch us in. We're gonna start talking about the picks. We'll leave a little bit of time for Q&A at the end. I know we had a really long Q&A yesterday, which was fantastic. Thank you everybody for coming out. So we're gonna try to do that again. We don't have to obviously go as long, but if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to let me know, because that's part of the reason why I'm on here. Yeah, it's to share the picks in like a visual format and get it out to you live and all kind of in one cluster, I guess, one kind of bump. But I do want to be here to talk to you guys too, so that while I'm live, while I'm with you, I can interact with you guys, kind of let you know what's going off. Love it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, launch in. It is Thursday. We got some Thursday night football to talk about. We got some NBA that we're gonna talk about, and ultimately, it's gonna be a good day. We're gonna bounce back. We've had a little bit of a rough December, but I can feel it. Today, we got a big game. We got the Chiefs. We got the Chargers. It's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a big bounce back for us. So let's go ahead and hop in. All right, y'all. Ooh, look at that wormhole. I love that wormhole. That's so crazy. Yeah, so we're gonna if you guys can see that. I don't know if my messages pop up for y'all. But I do want to do a same game parlay from the chat. I haven't done the same game parlay in DraftKings yet. So we did our FanDuel one. I did the college basketball parlay. I've already got that in there. Already got the PMI Super Boost. But I have not done the DraftKings same game parlay. So we're gonna do one of those from the chat. So if you guys are in the chat, let's hear what you guys think. You guys, at very least, get to pick the game. Shout out a few thoughts for what you want to see hit tonight, what we want to be rooting for, because ultimately with that DraftKings boost, and we'll talk about more once we get down to DraftKings. One of the really fun things about this one, because there is no odds restriction, you can just bet on whatever you want. You can bet on just what you want to root for that day, and you don't have to worry so much about it losing, because ultimately when we're out here and we're making upwards of 30 grand, every dollar matters. But when we're betting $10, and the reason that we're doing it is to get $150 free bet, doing this and having a little bit of fun with it is allowed. We are allowed to have fun with this whole thing. So let's hop in. FanDuel. We're starting up at the top. Starting off with FanDuel, our college basketball parlay insurance. Again, this is something that we're doing every day. So if you guys ever have questions about this, please feel free to pop in the chat. Let me know what you guys are wondering about. Anything like this. If you're like, hey, why is it best to throw it on -200 odds? Why is it best to do this? Why is it actually profitable? If you guys have any questions about something like this, about what you want to see, just let me know, because this is a repeating promo. So it's something that, if you have a question, it's beneficial to ask about. All right. And then we have our PMI Super Boost. Hey, and then, so our PMI Super Boost, it's Patrick Mahomes to throw for 1+ passing touchdown in each half. This is profitable. This is something where, when you're sitting here looking at it, you can throw a free bet. Some of these Super Boosts, when they're boosted to longer odds, this is a great opportunity to use your free bets is on something like this. So I'm just gonna show you guys where we're at. Let's talk about our, if this ever loads, I'll show you guys what we have. I'll show you guys where the odds boosts are. If you guys are ever lost, because sometimes, especially on the app, it's hard to find those odds boosts. They hide them in that banner, but it's super easy to find right here. You're just gonna go to odds boosts. I think it's fun. So I'll show you guys my bets here in a second too. Oh no, did I miss it? Oh wait, I'm on DraftKings, FanDuel. We're talking about that later. Let's see. We're going back home. I hope you let me in here. Did you let me bet this? There you are. PMI Super Boost. This has actually both of them. So PMI Super Boost, I put 50 just because I don't think I was paying attention at the time. I was throwing them around. I saw that this was something that we were betting, and I put the full 50. Now, guys, because it's important to bet what you can, we're actually going here and we're putting 25. We're betting 25 on this. I put 50. Again, I said I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm an Andy Reid fan, and at the time, I'll be honest, wasn't paying attention. So I threw the full 50 here. You guys make your choice. Bet what you can. Bet what's accessible. Bet what makes sense according to your bankroll. And sometimes you can bet what you believe in too, right? If there's something that's profitable and you're like, yes, I believe in this, it is mathematically profitable for us. And then on top of that, you're a little bit of a gambler and you want to double down on it, then you can do something like this where you're like, yeah, I'm going to bet 50 instead of 25. Again, maybe am I just explaining away a mistake I made after I woke up from a nap and was just trying to put this in? I mean, maybe, but I'm just saying other reasons, other approaches you guys can have. So this is our Super Boost. $25 again is the recommended bet according to our $1,000 bankroll, our $10 units, but it's 2.5 units is ultimately what's recommended. And then we've got our 4-leg parlay here. Really bummed about yesterday. I hit 3 of them. The only one I missed was Ohio. I think it was Ohio. They missed out on it. It was such a bummer. I looked and at halftime they were like down 12 and I was like, dang. But we're going to win this one today. This one's hitting for sure. I feel good. We got a couple of underdogs here, Stetson and Chicago State to cover. I like that. Mostly because it's really fun to yell against IUPUI. The name is fantastic to like boo and cheer against. And Chicago State, I got family down in Chicago, so why not root for Chicago State today? Then we got Stetson at Charleston. Again, this was actually the reason I went with this one. I like the underdog first off, just, boosting that a little bit. But this was the closest I could find on this game to -200. And ultimately, that's really what we're shooting for here. Same thing here, under 142.5. This is exactly -200. That's fantastic for our betting purposes. And then Drake -12.5. Yeah, I think we're looking here. We're going the minus 188. See what we can go in there. So that is FanDuel for today. Again, with this one, if 3 out of 4 hit, you get your money back. So in site credit. So I actually will be using that site credit on a future bet. Maybe next time we get a promo, get a boost, something like that. I'll be throwing that $25 that I should have had yesterday. Should have been profitable. It came back, and we are sitting here able to use that on future bets. So that's FanDuel. I'm gonna pop over to the chat, see what we got going. All right, we got a few people in chat. Let's see. We got Brendan Kasich. Kasich, maybe. I think that looks. I think I'm close. Oh, let's go. He's got a bet idea for us. I love this. All right, so our first thing we're gonna throw in there. Howdy, ducks on the pond. Our first thing, we got our first same game parlay recommendation from Brendan. Go Wings, by the way. We are going to be throwing that into our DraftKings today. We're going to go Darrell Williams over 14.5 and Clyde Edwards-Helaire 2 touchdowns. I love that. This guy's been killing it. So we'll throw our first same game parlay on there, and then we'll probably go a long odds for a longer odds bet for that. Oh, sorry, I'm confusing things. I'm getting so excited about all these bets. We are sitting here, Darrell Williams over 14.5 yards and Clyde Edwards-Helaire 2 touchdowns. That's a parlay we're looking at for the football game. For DraftKings same game parlay, we are looking for NBA games in order to go with that promotion. So I'll talk about that here. So Brendan, I will absolutely dive into how we do our rushing yards. Perfect. I will dive into how we do our calculations and EV stuff right after we get through some of these promotions, just so that we can talk about kind of what we have on the slate, and then Kasich. All right, yeah. Appreciate that. Appreciate you calling me out on that, because I'm a language teacher. I teach Spanish, so I like to practice and learn different pronunciations. So that's cool. All right, Kasich. So let's pop over. Let's take a look at our next bets. So we are going to. Oh my goodness! Did it stop it? I did stop it. Frick. Goodness. Sorry about that, guys. I think I still might be half asleep from that nap I took. All right. So DraftKings NBA. This is that NBA same game bet and get promotion. We are doing 3-leg same game parlay. So I'm going to pop on in here. We're going to go to the NBA, and basically we can put this on anything. So put something in the chat right now. I want to see what you guys got. Let me know a game. Let's talk about this same game parlay. We have three games that we're looking at tonight. We're going Sixers, Nets, Knicks, Rockets, or Wizards, Suns. So let me know what you guys think. And you know what? That's our next bet. I'll talk about Caesars too. We'll pop over to Caesars. I'm having issues with my Caesars login right now. If you guys have been following this, you guys know I've been fighting with Caesars. I love them. The book's fantastic, but the customer support is not fantastic. So I've been having a few issues getting logged in and then getting kicked out. It's been wild. But these are our bets today. Both quarterbacks, the super boost for the day, pass over 1.5 touchdowns is boosted to plus 130. Again, this is a great opportunity to use a free bet. We're looking, and you guys should have free bets stacked up from a number of these promotions. So if you have one, throw it on the super boost. But if you're not totally sure, like, hey, you don't have a free bet, this is a hesitantly positive EV bet. So feel free to put whatever you feel comfortable on it. I will end up maxing it, free bet or not, whenever I find a way to log back into Caesars. All right, and then we have our risk-free same game parlay. We're betting $25. This is probably one of the reasons you have a free bet. You're betting $25 on a three-leg plus 300 same game parlay for the football game. This is maybe one that if I was able to log in right now, log into Caesars, then we could do Brendan's bet for the CEH 2+ touchdowns. That could be a fun part of the same game, risk-free same game parlay if we were doing that today. I do recommend doing this. Again, I'm having issues. Otherwise, I would probably roll with Brendan on this. That'd be a lot of fun to go ride with the community. So if I ever find a way to log in, Brendan, I'll follow you there. All right. That's our entire slate today. I'm going to bounce back to DraftKings. I'm going to go to the chat and we're going to talk. I'm going to talk about what is plus EV betting. And then we'll see if we have any recommendations for our same game parlay. And then that'll be our stream for the day. So let me bounce on back over here. All right, what do we have in chat? Ooh, chat's blowing up. Let's go, guys. All right, let me read everything first. Rushing yards, Kasich, let's go. Let's let it play. We're doing it. We're doing it live. All right. We don't know basketball. No, you're good, Brendan. So yeah, again, we can use your bet. That same game parlay. We can use that for Caesars. So if anybody's looking to ride with the community today, and you're like, hey, go on Caesars. You can ride with Sam on what his recommendation is. Or if you want to ride with Brendan, you guys can go ahead, bet on the rushing yards total. He's throwing out there Darrell Williams over 14.5 rushing yards and Clyde Edwards-Helaire 2 total touchdowns. If we get in there, you got to throw in a third leg for that promotion. So you could throw in something, like Kansas City's favored. You could put them at some long odds to cover like plus 7.5 or something like that, plus 10.5 if we can find it. So basically something that is a big favorite to happen, to just fill in that third leg if we wanted to. Bryce Behringer, let's go. Behringer? I can never pronounce Behringer or Behringer. We hear it so many different ways. I love that guy though. That guy can freaking punt it to Timbuktu, and it's fantastic. So Quiston here, Mr. Whizbang saying Caesar Super Boosts are a must-do. We are huge fans of Caesar Super Boosts. So anytime you see that, oftentimes it's plus EV in general. It's not like some of these others where they'll say, hey, this is a boost, and it's actually worse odds than what you'll see on another place. Oftentimes, Caesars is a boost. It is legitimately plus EV. It's just varying lately. They've gotten smart. Their first few boosts that they were putting out there were crazy. They were absolute must bets. They were like, if we were able to, we would be putting $100 down according to our bankroll, or even higher sometimes, because there were these crazy long boosts, which were fantastic for us. They've since kind of come back to earth. But anyway, they are still most of the time must bets. Today, no different. I'm going to be throwing the full 25 on it. I agree, Brendan. Our Twitter is goated. I hope you guys know this. Sam right here, the little orange S in chat, is the guy, the man, the guy behind PromoGuy. He's the Twitter. So yeah, Brendan, you asked that question. What is EV? Kind of how do we do our calculations? So yes, EV is expected value. And when we say plus EV, it just means that in the long run, right? If you bet, so right now our expected value for most, oh heck yeah. So for most of these bets, right? So if you bet the spread, in the long run, you have negative EV on an average spread bet because they take the edge, right? They take that juice out. So that's minus EV on most spreads, unless we get a line moved or something crazy, something's off. But for the most part, we're going to lose money on that in the long run. Plus EV simply means that in the long run, based on their own calculations, Caesar's own calculations, we are going to win in the long run. So when you're comparing these sports books and one is off and they say, hey, the over-under for tonight is 48, and all the others say that it's 46.5, and they both say minus 110 for all of it, then that, if you bet the under on that 48 instead of the 46.5, that's going to be a plus EV move in the long run, because you're getting a 1.5 for free, right? And so that's something where it would be normally calculated at fair odds, right around under one, under what did I say? Oh, geez, I'm already forgetting. 86 or whatever I said. I don't know. Whatever I said my number was, that 1.5 difference. If you hit the under there, that's going to be about like minus 140 fair odds, maybe even more than that. And if we're getting it for minus 110, that's plus EV plus expected value. So basically, when we're placing these bets, we want to bet as often plus EV as possible. And so when it comes to our calculations, DK odds boost. I'll take a look at the DK odds boost, Harry. Yeah, so we're gonna, yeah, same quest. I made a ton of money on those boosts. So when we're talking about our process, we have a couple of videos here. We do talk about it. If you guys check out our getting started page, kind of our how it works here, we talk a little bit about it. So you can always find more kind of reading more information there. I have a few videos that I have up there too. I'll be going more in depth on those as well in the future. But basically what it is we take a bet, right? Some kind of odds boost. So you have your average odds boost like today, right? We have the both QBs to pass for over 1.5. Now this is a little bit harder to calculate, but what we try to do is we find fair odds. And oftentimes what we do is we will look at two things, right? We'll look at the average between all of the books, but more often than that, we'll look at Pinnacle. Because especially for like the most popular game lines, money line, spread, over-unders, Pinnacle is the sharpest book by far. It's got something like a 98% sharpness to it, right? So it's accuracy in the long run, how close they are, how accurate they are, as compared to like 90% for some other books. So this is something where it is super profitable for us to look at Pinnacle, see what the expected bet is, the expected outcome, right? The likelihood of it to hit. And we calculate that by looking at the odds of it to happen or the odds of it not to happen, finding the middle ground there, and then finding the percentage. We then plug that into a Kelly criterion, basically. And Kelly criterion is this formula created based on your bankroll and based on what you have available. And it tells you how much you should risk, you should wager in sports books, and it's also used in stocks. So this is a super trusted formula, super trusted idea that just says, hey, this is the likelihood of it to happen. This is what your likelihood to make money off of it, and this is how much you should wager based on those things. This is how much you should actually put, what percentage of your bankroll, how many units you should put on that. So I hope that's a semi-clear explanation of that, but that is essentially what it is. We look at the odds, we look at how that compares to Pinnacle, we find out what fair odds are, like no vig odds, and then we calculate the difference and see how much that difference is worth according to the Kelly criterion. So I know that's a lot of talking, and I don't know if it's completely clear, but I hope it helps. So yeah, that's plus EV. All right, we're gonna look at the DK odds boost. Which one? Let's see. Let me go here. Let's see. So we're gonna go to our odds boost. We've got a couple of odds boosts in here on DK, so I don't know which one you're talking about, but we can kind of glance through here. Just kind of immediately, none of these look super profitable based off of the fact that the Tyreek Hill one is a player prop, so those vary pretty widely between one book to the next. So, and they're not as sharp. So when they say plus 180, I would expect it to be closer to fair odds around plus 200. So then the boost to plus 205 wouldn't be big enough for us to put anything on there. Patrick Mahomes to pass for 325. Again, if I were to guess, that's just pretty close to even value, maybe a little plus value, but with a longer odds boost like that, you like to see it boost up to from plus 265 to like plus 325, 335, something like that. Even if the plus 265 is true to what their book would be valuing it at. Again, right now, I'm not going and doing all of the calculations. I'm just kind of hopping in because if I were to go through, this is a little bit of a process for us. I won't lie. So if we were to go through and go through each individual thing, I'd pull up, Odds Jam, which we love using. We love having Odds Jam as a resource because that helps us get access to the Pinnacle lines and compare other lines, find out what true odds are. So I would have to pop up Odds Jam, and based on my internet's history and the fact that it's been struggling when I'm doing these streams to load anything. It might take me like 15, 20 minutes to get all that information for you guys. But again, just quick glance. I would say the best look would be this 60 plus points scored. But just glancing at it, it doesn't look super profitable. I would say maybe max, probably $20. Based on our $10 thing. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see if we have any info from... is Sam still on here? Sam, you got any info on this guy? We'll see. Post mostly for FanDuel. Oh, sure. Yeah, Harry. Yeah, in general. Wormhole. Sorry about that, guys. So in general, yeah, we do like to look at the DraftKings boost. I will say that in general, the reason that we take a look at FanDuel and Caesars first and we post them first is because just like tonight, we just went 0 for 3 on profitable, like really bet-worthy boosts on DraftKings. Every once in a while, they'll put one out that's like a squad ride, and almost always the DK squad rides are profitable. So like the gift last night, even though we missed it by 40 seconds, just brutal. That was a profitable boost. So the ones that they tend to put on their site as DraftKings boosts, odds boosts tend to be less plus EV than when you compare them to the odds boosts on other books. Now, DraftKings is better than say the non-super boost on Caesars. You go into the Caesars odds boost section, and they've got like 50 odd odds boosts in there, and very few of them are profitable and worth betting on. Oftentimes they're actually negative expected value. You can find them, you can find better odds just on a straight up other book. All right, so we go through DraftKings. So I was just looking at the NFL one. We found a Beal Bridges. Where's that one? NBA. Beal Bridges. There you go. So plus 100 to plus 115. For odds that are close like that, that's something, if the plus 100 is fair, that is something that will end up being profitable a lot of times. So it's good to look out for those closer odds. So Sam's doing some calculations on the other computer. So I'll show you guys. I'll pop over to this screen. We'll go to DraftKings. And we'll go ahead and shout this out. So we're going to say the Killer Bees, Mikal Bridges, and Bradley Beal to combine for 3+ 3-pointers. That's boosted from plus 100 to plus 115. And based on the fact that we're throwing $25 on it, it's actually something that's probably maybe even plus 100 is just, it's pretty darn close to fair odds. So I'm a follow. I'm a trust Sam in the calculations here. So we're throwing $25 on it. I'm a follow there. And I like that one. I like Mikal Bridges. I like Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal, honestly, could combine he could do the 3-pointers by himself. That guy absolutely goes off. So we threw it down on there. All right, right now, we're going to do a dedicated little shout out. I want you guys to right now, put a game and one bet in for the same game parlay for DraftKings NBA. Because I got to put one in before games get started. So I'm going to give you guys, I'm not going to look. I won't even look for like a minute. We're looking at Pistons. Oh, I missed the Pistons game earlier when I was shouting some of these out. I'm gonna click on Pistons. See what we got. See what we're looking at in here. Ooh. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm making weird noises again. I'm just gonna blame this on the nap. I took like a 2.5-hour mid-afternoon nap today that really threw me for a loop. So I apologize for just everything that's happening today. When I threw you into that wormhole on the screen, when I accidentally hit the wrong button like 4 times, just making weird noises into the mic. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I formally apologize. All right, so we're going to go over to chat. We're going to see what we got. Clender, where we got? Oh, Clender shouted out the Beal. Oh, okay. All right, word. That's awesome. Guys, you didn't tell me anything. Dang it. All right, whatever. I'm starting one. I'm going to make one up. I saw somebody said something about Pistons. All right, Sam says Pistons. All right, we're starting Pistons. I'm gonna go ask my friend. I got a couple of friends sitting in the other room. I'm gonna ask them. We're gonna have them put a random bet on this. Emma. Never mind. They're not gonna come. All right, what do we got? We got anything else? I'm starting at the Pistons, guys. Tyrese Maxey over 16.5. I love that. Did I get more? Am I missing chats? Oh, I am missing chats. Hey, Duddy. Let's go. All right, Quiz, you're off. Loved having you in here. All right. Let's see. All right, we're going Tyrese Maxey over 16.5. Cade, you would like the over. I saw somebody said that. We're going Cade over. A Duddy, Cade over. Cade, what over are we riding? We want to go over 17.5, 18.5? Let's make this easy. I'm going 17.5. Let me know if you guys want more, if you want me to boost that line. I saw Tyrese Maxey. That's a different game, yeah? Yeah, that's a different game. Who's Maxey playing for? Oh my goodness. I can't keep up with all these NBA guys moving. I used to play a lot of NBA 2K, and that helped me keep up to date on the rosters. I've been more in a Madden kick as of late, so I'm super up to date on all those rosters. I know where everybody's at, but man, with all these changes over the last couple years that I haven't been on the video game realm, I keep losing track of who's where, man. And now that I actually like watch the NHL and I watch all these college football and college basketball games, I've been watching too many other things to pay attention to what every roster is. It's been killing me, man. I keep getting lost. All right, let's see what we got. So we got Cade over. I still only have Cade over. I love the Tyrese Maxey over 16.5. We'll do that in another bet. Harry, where's Tyrese Maxey playing nowadays? Did I miss any others? All right, whatever. I'm just going to roll with it. We're going Cade over. We're going to go... I'm going to go Dominatus under. So we're going Sabonis under. And we're just going to go... You know what? Follow me if you guys want to. We're gonna have some fun with this. We're gonna go Detroit to cover some long odds spread. We're gonna go Detroit to cover 19.5. You know, that puts us at plus 200. We're really rooting against Sabonis and for Cade, which I really like that combination. So unless you guys have something that you want to throw out here. Sixers. All right, Harry, we'll throw a Tyrese Maxey over 16.5 Sixers bet. Harry, do you want us to bet on the Sixers for that too? You like them to win that game? All right, I'll show you guys my bet here. All right, so this is my bet here. We got our 3-pick parlay: Cade over 17.5, Sabonis under 20.5, and Pistons plus 19.5. Cover a long spread. So I'm just going to throw that one down. That's our first parlay, our first same game parlay of the day. The reason that we're doing that, just as a reminder, is there's a promotion going on where if you put $20 or 20 bets, 20 same game parlays, they got to be 3 picks each, and you put $10 each on them. It's only $10. We can do that. Then you get a $150 free bet. So basically we're putting $200 down, but we're putting it in 20 different increments, so we're bound to hit a couple. I've already hit 2. So we've already had a pretty good start to this. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep riding that wave with this one. We're gonna double our money. We're gonna get $20 back for that. So I'm gonna go back. We're gonna start a Tyrese Maxey bet. Let's see. So Harry does not like the Sixers to win. Does that mean we like the Nets? All right, we're gonna go either way. We're gonna go Tyrese Maxey over 16.5. I love that. I asked Harry if he thinks that the Sixers are gonna are gonna cover it or are gonna win today, and he goes, nope, just straight up nope. All right, so here we go. Tyrese Maxey over under. We're going over 16.5. I like that start. And you know what? I'm just gonna say because he said nope, we're gonna say Nets. We're gonna go Nets. Cause why not? And then let's see. We're gonna go some long odds total. Do we like that? Do we like that, chat? Let me know. Do we like that bet? You guys tell me. You know what? I'm going to go for it. I like this. We got A Duddy 17 telling me Cade over for points. So we've got that start. And we got Harry Hotspur telling me that Tyrese Maxey's going over 16.5. And the Sixers are not going to win. So we're going to go with those two. That'll be it for today, guys. Unless we've got more that we want to talk about. I'm going to put a long odds total for our third bet just so that we make sure that we get all three legs in. I'm actually going to go the under here, under 227. Oh, holy cow. I hit that right? That was crazy. Man, yeah, I do like the under more, actually. Under 227. Man, it seems like some of these games have not been very, very high scoring recently. So that puts us at plus 400. I was a little worried because I was like, ooh, that's more than I expected. But, no, I know, I didn't mean to hit it again. But we're gonna hit this one too. We're gonna go 2 for 2 tonight, and we're gonna go $10 there. That's gonna pay us out 50. It's gonna be a great bet, and it gets us one step closer to that final plus that $150 free bet. So again, I'm just gonna show you guys my bets here. We've got just a recap of our same game parlays that we've got, so that you guys can see. And then we can move on. I can sign off. I can tell y'all have a great night. Enjoy your Thursday. Watch that Thursday night football game. Enjoy this NBA stuff going on. We got a couple NBA bets going on. I still can't believe we missed that. So we got Mikal Bridges and Bradley Beal to combine for 3+ 3-pointers made. We got $25 there. We've got two $10 same game parlays. One for the Pistons, Pacers, and one for the Sixers, Nets. We have Tyrese Maxey going over 16.5 points. The Nets to win and under 227.5 points. And then finally, for our Pistons-Pacers game, we have Cade going over 17.5, Sabonis going under 20.5, and the Pistons covering basically a 19.5. Basically don't lose by 20, and we're all right. And unless we have anything else in the chat, I will be signing off tonight. All right, we've got nothing else in chat. I appreciate y'all. I will be seeing you later. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll chime in tomorrow. I might be on the road, might be back home, so we might be sending these from my phone, which will be kind of fun. But yeah, I hope you all have a great weekend and see you later.